Welcome to my YouTube channel, guys. So today we'll see what is the exception and what is error and how to handle exception and what is difference between exception and error, right? So what is error? Error is an event which occur while compilation of program because of invalid syntax. So you have observed sometime when we do not follow any indentation and forget to give the semicolon and colon. That time there can be chances of raising the syntax error, right? So we cannot handle syntax error. It's not exception. It's who is responsible for error. The developer is responsible for syntax error, right, guys? And error. So it's clear. So we cannot handle the error and syntax error. So moving forward, what is exception? So exception is an event which occur while execution of program and terminate the normal flow of program. It means what is exception? Exception is an error which occur while execution of program and terminate the normal flow of program, right? So we can handle the exception. So for that, we have three blocks. So first block is a try block, second block is exit block, and third one is a finally, and there is one more block is a else block. So we'll cover the what is the meaning of this all blocks and how to handle the particular exception. So I will create one function which is a Python function date function 1, and in this function I will take first block which is a try block. So what is role of this try block? So try block is responsible for the occur the handle the it means so in this block the which code will be put. So which code will be chances of raising error, right, guys? Which code will be chances of raising error and raising error, this code will put in try block. So I will create one variable and asking to user getting and passing the integer input. So I will create int and pass the input function and type message enter a number and print the number. Then so second block is a exit block. So suppose I will get exit block and in try block which error will be get occur. So there will be uh, value error can be occur, right? So except value error, we have to write value error as message. So it return a message which is error, right? So it return print msg which is message, and last one is the else block. And what is role of this else block? When will get execute this else block? When there is no chances of occurring error in try block, that time it skips the exit block and execute the else block, right, guys? So we'll print in else block no exception occur, right, guys? So then we'll call the function. What is function name? Our function name is a function 1, and then control s F5. You can see here the pvm is asking for us enter a number. It's a input, right? So we have to pass. First of all I will pass the number 1. You can see here there we have successfully executed our program. There is no error, any error occurred in try block, right, guys? So you can see here our which block got executed first will be first is try block executed, then it by pvm skip the exit block and executed else block. Why? So there is no error occurred in try block. That time else block got executed, right? Then so suppose now we have to handle the exception and raise the error, right time, right? So that time I will pass as input as a string. So ajay, right? So you can see here we have we got one exception in try block, and after the a equals to int and input, we have accepted one input from user, and print a. You can see here the line which occur the exception that that from this line the below line cannot be executed, and the terminal executed which block, it's a except block, and which block got uh, which block got skipped, else block got skipped. So that you can see here we have handled the exception. So now moving forward, what is a final block, right? So you can write the final block at the end of all block. So what is meaning of this final block? This final block is uh, get executed compulsory. It means uh, the code which we want to execute successfully or without any interrupt, this code will put in finally block, right guys? So then suppose I have printed one message in final block, it's a finally block. So you can see here we have printed the final block message. Then suppose I will print F5 and pass the one number. You can see here there is a no error occur, but we have successfully executed final block. Then you can also see when will when will execute final block. So we have pass string instead of this. You can see here also when error got error, so that time final block got executed. It means there can be raising error or not error, that time final block executed compulsory, right guys? So like that you can handle any exception. Suppose I will write one more exception. I will write we will raise one more error which is a zero division error, right? So I will print one a equals to 10 and b equals to 0 and print a divided by b, right? So you can see here there is a zero division error, so we have to change we have to add one more except block. So yeah, one more thing, there can be chances of occurring the more than one error in try block, so that time we have to handle the uh, more than one error. So I will handle one more error except block, and which error is, it's a zero division error, right? And as message and print message, right? So control S F5. You can see here guys we have handled our zero division error. Zero, it means we have handled the zero division error and successfully executed the finally block, right guys? And here you can see else block got skipped. Why? Because we have Python virtual machine got exception in try block. So like that you can handle the every exception. There are multiple types of exception, built-in exception, such as name error, value error, then index error, then then also attribute error, and there are multiple errors which are provided by Python inbuilt. So who is the parent of these all errors? It's a base exception is a parent of all error, right? So that's all about guys exception, how to handle exception, how to how to use the except block, how to use try block, then how to use else block, what is meaning of final block. These all block are compulsory to use. You can skip the final block and then else block, and also exit block, but we have to handle the exception. So right guys. So in this video we have covered what is exception, then how to handle exception, what are the meanings of try block, exit block, else block, and final block, and how what is the flow of these all block, right guys? So in now we'll it's over guys. So we'll see you in next video. So thank you guys.